Hi everybody, this is a video of 4 of the high pressure mercury vapor light bulbs. As you can see, I thought I'd do 4 of the high pressure mercury vapor light bulbs together, and including the 2 self-ballasted ones, this 160 watt one and the 250 watt one. This one and this one, these two are self-ballasted ones, and now this 250, and there's 2 of the 250 watt ones, and this one is a self-ballasted one. It's got a filament, that one. And this one, because this one's a 160 watt one, and these two, this 250 watt one, the Sylvania one, and the Philips one, they're just normal mercury vapor lamps, and they're in ballasted fittings, and this one's got 125 watts, and this one's got 250 as well as this one. So as you can see now, I thought I'd do a Philips one and the Sylvania one, and as well as the Sylvania one, the self-ballasted one, and the Bellite one, and it's a bit more pearl colour, and these three are pure white. So, well, anyway, guys, as you can see now, they're all these 4 plugged up and ready to fire up in 1 second or two, everybody. So all I'm going to do now is turn off the big lamps now. So right, that's it now. The big lamps have gone out now. So onto the mercury vapor light bulbs, everybody. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow. As you can see, these two are fully kicked in. These both are incandescent, and this one is as well. So as you can see the filament, and this one, and this one, and this one. These two are both fully at a watermelon colour, but they will all up for warm up eventually. But we have got 500 watts of not 500, but we've got we're at full brightness from these two because they've got incandescent light bulbs, and these two, starting with the 125 watt one, the Philips one, it's just turned into a lilac colour, and the Sylvania one. So as you can see now, they will start to reach the full brightness soon, and these two are quite dim because they haven't got filaments, but you definitely can hear them both making humming noises. It's from that 250 watt one that's a bit more noisier than the 125 watt one. Now, the 125 watt one, the fitting itself allows either an 80 watt or a 125 watt one, and it says, I know I've read that one before, so, and then again, with this one, this fitting, we've had this one remounted. It had the Edison 27 one that's in this one now, that small square one, so I asked this guy to remount it with a 250 watt fitting in it, Edison 40 fitting, so I can fit a highest light bulb in there. So anyway, guys, so as you can see now, and let's take a look into the self-ballasted one. This one looks like it's starting to turn, well, the mercury vapor's starting to come in, and as well as the 160 watt one, and you can see the filament around the arc tube. It's so interesting, yeah. And you can see it looks like they're all starting to warm up now, but they will take a little while though, but they're all starting to turn into mercury vapor. So as you can see now, and they both look like white chocolate, and look all around my room, it's lit nice and bright and everything, and all around my room, and excuse my washing, guys. So so as you can see now, it looks like they're both starting to fully come into mercury vapor. I know these two, the 125 watt one, the Philips one, and the 250 watt Sylvania one is coming into mercury vapor. That 125 watt one's a little bit dull because it's a bit smaller. But as you can see now, looks like this one has nearly fully reached its fully come into mercury vapor. You can still see the hint of a yellow colour from the filament, and the same thing with the Sylvania, the 160 watt one, and that's all it is, and it's making what's it making? Yeah, as you can see. Let's take a look over above them, shall we? And just make sure, be careful, don't hit them and break them. And there's this one. It's got a big wider filament inside, and this one. Oh, look at that Sylvania one. That shined a nice lilac-y yogurty colour. You can see, you only see the arc tube, and this one here, you can see the filament right inside. Yeah. So, I didn't want to use the other Bellite one because it comes on like a blue colour. I wanted this one and this one to be like watermelon pink colour as they start up, as these two come on like normal incandescent light bulbs. Yeah, so as you can see now, and I never thought to do, and I thought to myself when I do some more of those industrial light bulbs, I thought to do for the mercury vapors, including the 2 self-ballasted ones, as well as the ones that are in ballasted fittings, and And as you can see now, they're all fully reached they've come right into mercury vapor now. So let's take a look into that 125 watt one. Looks like you still see the arc gas inside the arc tube. It's still showing a blue colour. Yeah, so and as you can see now, looks like it might take a little while to fully reach its brightness, that 125 watt one, but the others have fully lit up really nice and bright. The self-ballasted one, I looked at it from my eyes, it shines more like a daylight colour for somehow, but the Sylvania one, the 250 watt one, as well as the 250 watt self-ballasted one, the Sylvania one shines more like a normal white, but that one on my right is more like a daylight colour. Yeah, so as you can see now, and it's lit my breakfast tea table nice and bright, with including the 250s, and they both make 500 watts of light. Yeah, and I look all around, and see how bright, and that's the extension, and they're both 3 amp fused, so they're both fitted. They're supposed to put 3 amp fuses towards lamps so they don't get too hot and what have you guys. So let's take another look all around my room and take a look over above them. Just make sure before I turn them out again. And as you can see, this 125, you can't really see up over above the 125 watt one, but you can definitely see over the 160 watt one and the 250 and the two 250s, including the self-ballasted one. You can see the filaments like a C shape, and as well as the 160 watt one, sounds more a C shape, yeah, like a crescent moon, like you see in storybooks and what have you guys. And so as you can see now, they fully reached the full brightness. It looks like that 125 watt one's fully reached its brightness now. So as you can see now, and it's lit up my fruit and everything, my bananas, oranges, apples and pears. Yeah, like my grandmother say, up the apples and pears to Bedfordshire. And that's what she used to say when she were alive. And wait till when the camera comes in focus, guys. So as you can see, and it's very nice. It's quite nice looking at that self-ballasted one through the tablet. You can see the filament around the arc tube. And that's how Sylvania used to make it. And I wasn't going to do 2 of them, well, one at 160 and one at 250. So anyway, guys, let's take a look at the 125 watt one before I turn that one out. It looks like they're both as bright as one another now. This one is fully coming at 125 watts bright. And it does, and you listen to it now, they don't sound as noisy now, but they only sounds a bit more noisier when it starts up. And that's what a Mercury, the 250 watt one does. So, like I said, before I had this remounted, I've had it remounted because it was fitted with a neon switch. And I took it to the electronics and asked them to remount it again to be like the rest of others. So the bulb's in the centre and the wire's permanently wired on and not plugged in wire like this one. So they're both mercury vapors. And they're both so as you can see now. Well, anyway, guys, so once again, so as you can see now, all the mercury vapor light bulbs have reached their full brightnesses. One at 25 watts, one at 125 watts, 160 watt, and the two 250s that make 500 watts of light and heat and everything. So, so anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is turn out those light bulbs now. So, here we go. Wow. And as you can see now, they're both fully gone out, and they do fade away very quickly. So all I'm going to do now is turn them back on and show you what happens. Here we go. Wow. And they're both shine very nice and cool. And I know this one made a bit of a pop when I turned it back on. And so as you can see now, but it will fully re-strike up again and look all above you. And you can see the arch. Oh, wow. That 125 watt one came on first. Wow. That was lucky. That didn't really hurt, did it? And all this next now is just the Sylvania ones coming next. That 250 watt one. And let's take a look at it. So let's look at this one. Looks like it's going to just make a bit of a fizzing noise. But that's just the igniter. But anyway, we're going to look at the 250 watt. It looks like it's struggling a little bit, but it will come in eventually. So, the self-ballasted one's coming in. So, looks like it's going to come in and beat that Sylvania one, the Bellite one. So, Is it not coming on? It's struggling a little bit, isn't it? Another 160 watt one's fully dead and all. Oh, oh. Oh, the filament's coming in now. Wow! That made a bit of a pop, didn't it? Whew, didn't really hurt. Oh, this 250 watt one's really struggling, that Bellite one. Hey! And now that one's at incandescent when these two are at mercuries. And this one's at... Let's have a look at this one. Oh, wow. Didn't really... We're struggling a little bit. It does get me worried sometimes. I tend to worry. It's just that 160 watt one now. The Sylvania 160 watt one now is just the last one to come on now. So, I hope it's going to make it. Is it? Well, I think... I knew that might be the last one to come on, so... Oh. I think I see something inside the... Oh, looks like I see a bit of gas in the... Oh, it is out. It's coming on now. Oh, it's a bit like lightning. Wow! And that's the last one to come in now, and that's at incandescent as well. And it's just got the filament coming in. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, wow. And it looks like that one's the mercury gas is starting to come in inside that 250 watt one. The gas is starting to come in. Let's take a look over above it, shall we, guys? And so as you can see now, you can see the filament right inside. Yeah. So and as you can see now, it's it looks like it's going to change into mercury vapor. Let's take a look at the... Oh yeah, it looks like the 160 watt one is now. Looks like that's starting to change into mercury vapor, but it's just got to wait till when it warms up. So, but no, the filament might help it to warm up a bit quicker. That's all it does, guys. So, and that one's it's still halfway incandescent when the others are at mercury vapor. But that's just the last one to turn into mercury vapor now. So that's all it is, guys. So all those 4 mercury vapors, they look like candle bulbs, don't they? Yeah, very elliptical shape. Yeah, it does sound a bit like a fish tank, because I know a fish tank tends to make that humming noise. So that's all it does, guys. Sorry, my nose was tickling a bit. I was just trying to avoid sneezing, guys. So, and as you can see now, it's lit my breakfast tea table. So I've got plenty of light anyway. I look all around my room and everything, guys. And my fan tower, and there's my telly. And all those 4 mercury vapors, and about to reach the full brightness. It's got 500 watts of light from these 250s on my right, but the one on my left is has got the still nearly at mercury. Well, including that 160 watt one is still reaching its is it fully? It looks like I still see it at mercury incandescency throughout the coating. It still shines more like a hint yellow, but that's from the filament. You could definitely see that filament. Funny, it's not totally frosted in here, because it's like partially frosted, because you still see the filament around the arc tube. Yeah, so I know last time when I did 2 mercuries, I did 1 ordinary mercury vapor, 1 self-ballasted one, and that's what I've done now. So I know that gave me a chance when that 125 watt one took a little while to warm up. That was the last one to come on first. So, excuse me, guys. Sorry, it was about me burping. So, once again, as you can see, the Philips 125 watt mercury vapor bulb came on first, and the very last one, and the next one, the 250 one came in just before that other 250, that self-ballasted mercury one came in just after that Sylvania one, the Bellite one, and the last one was the Sylvania 160 watt one now. So as you can see now, guys, let's take a look into that 160 watt. Well, the Sylvania one, the 160. It's reached its full brightness, but you still see a hint of it, the yellow, but that's from the incandescent filament. But you don't really see it as much in that 250 watt one, the Bellite one. But as you can see now, it looks like it's looks like, look over above, and as you can see, it looks like it reached its full brightness and everything. And this Sylvania one, it's got an etch over above it, but the rest of the others got etches around the side. But the Sylvania 250 watt one's got the etch over above it. So let's take a look at this one. And this one's still see that filament. It always catches your eye before you see the arc tube. Yeah. So as you can see now, guys. Well, anyway, guys. So as you can see now, the 4 mercury vapor light bulbs have reached the full brightness. One at 125 watts hot and bright, and the 160 watt one at 160 watts bright and hot, and the Sylvania one at 250 watts bright and hot. That's the Sylvania, and including that Bellite self-ballasted mercury one, the 250 has reached its full brightness. Both made 500 watts of light and everything, guys. So as you can see now, they're all fully reached the mercury vapor, nice and hot and bright and everything, guys. So anyway, guys, I'm going to turn off the big lamps now, the mercury vapor lamps now. So wow, and as you can see that Sylvania one still glowing when the others are fading away. They both fade away very quickly. So anyway, guys, I'm going to turn the lamps back on now. So right, that's it now. The big lamps are back on now, everybody. So anyway, guys, this is a video for the high pressure mercury vapor light bulbs and everything, everybody. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. So please comment, rate, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, everybody.